So today I'm really just bringing myself bare, authentic, and probably still in a lot of pain and going through grief. But I really do think and believe that the journey that I've been on is definitely a story to tell for another person to either do better or to heal with me through it. Where do I even start? I'm going to introduce myself again. I am Bitumelo, Wanyana Mabocha, Setlogolo Sabakoni, and today I stand before you. Well, popularly known as Ratile, but today I stand before you not as a celebrity, not even as a professional, but rather as a mother and what I would like to call a new generation widow who is going through grief. And allow me to take you through this journey with me. So I've been doing this with literally trembling hands and unwavering faith, because every time I sit and I journal, I just see how much I've been through and I'm like, God, what is this? Why me? But one thing that I've come to realize is that I'm a living testimony. And if all I have to do, and if my purpose is to just make a difference or just help someone who's been in a dungeon emotionally, psychologically, for many years without even realizing, is to share my story. And in my journey of grief, I've actually gotten to know myself. I've seen the cracks in my character, the cracks in my mothering skills. And it's like I've been given an opportunity to do things right when it comes to parenting, to do things consciously, and to allow myself to have a support structure that is safe and that is healthy. I used to be a people pleaser. I think I say this a lot. I really used to be, and it put me in a position where I had to arrest myself emotionally. So I'd make sure everyone is fine except for me. I would also put my children through things that really a parent shouldn't, but because I just wanted to please, I really just did a lot. As I'm now going through grief, I've been going for counseling more than I ever have, together with my children. We've lost their father. This is a safe space, right? I still struggle to say my late husband. I will call him my then husband. It feels better. Because a big part of my identity was in him, in who he was, in where he came from, and I knew him more than I ever knew myself. I knew him more than I ever knew my children. So being given this chance to mother again, I'm also mothering myself in the process. I grew up with my mom, my grandmother, and everything I've seen around me at that time was the most perfect thing ever. A perfect family. I've never seen my parents argue when I was a baby, even growing up getting older, until I was quite old and I could actually realize that, oh yeah, well, there are cracks in this marriage too. But now my fantasy world was already made with a particular picture in mind of a perfect family with happy children and possibly a housewife, because that's what my mom was. She was always available for me. And as a result, I really just became a product of exactly that. I grasped the concept and I was like, life is growing up, getting older, getting educated enough so you can do homework with your kids and have a husband and look after the children and have a happy home. I did that, and I tried and tried and tried with a person who had a very much different background from me. So different that it worked so well that when we're in public, I will give you the image you're looking for because this is what I want for myself. Or at least this is what I know. This is what has been embedded in me. But what happened behind closed doors was where I meet the broken parts of this person. And these broken parts have broken me so hard, have left me in mental institutions where I used to miss birthdays for my children because I just needed a break. I couldn't be anything to me. I couldn't, until I was sitting at Vista one time, heavily pregnant with twins, and I was like, what did I get into? So I'm not just grieving a loss of a loved one or what used to be. I am grieving not being the most available parent for my children. I am only getting to find out now when I go to therapy. I used to think that my kids have the same habits as me. You know, I couldn't even at some point get myself to watch a movie to finish because I just couldn't focus. I was all over. Even as a child, I would force myself to even read. I hated reading. And as I go through therapy with my children, I realized that 2 of my kids actually have ADHD. And I'm like, what ADHD? Where? These kids are exactly like me. They can't focus because I also can't focus. So, you know, we always say as parents, I would do anything for my family. I would die for my family. But for me, the real question and reality check is, would you get yourself mentally checked out for your family? Would you quit your bad habits for your family? Would you allow yourself to get on medication for something like ADHD for your family? Or even worse, people are walking around undiagnosed. Mothers, fathers are so toxic without even realizing it. Without even realizing it. Because for them, I had a mother who raised me like this, and so did the mother. It's like now a generational curse, if you ask me. I remember, while I'm on generational curse, I remember when a few of my cousins and a few of my aunts lost their husbands. It was always such an ugly fight. I've never seen it being, oh, this person we have lost and we are grieving together as a family. And I really felt like that curse found me. It found me this year, but I had to choose and to say, in my moment of grief and weakness, I'm gonna stand. And in me standing, yes, it runs in the family, but this is where it stops. Someone needs to cleanse the bloodline. And part of doing that is being a sacrificial lamb. And in being a sacrificial lamb, I really had to go through a lot. From public humiliations, from you know when you love someone so crazily that you look so delusional in front of people? I was losing. What was that? No ways. So in me going through all of that, I was like, look, I am not going through a repetition of generational cycles. I am rewriting them. This is where it stops. There's no child of mine who will go through this. There is no any other child who is younger or anyone who just looks up to me in any way. I really do believe that me becoming someone who is well known later had absolutely nothing to do with me and being a celebrity. It was for the bigger purpose, the bigger story. And this is the story that I'll probably live to tell all my life. Because this is what has broke me. It broke me to make me all over again. And that is what grief has been for me. I really have found my power, my purpose, and my platform. Yes.